everyone, this is Angelica. Thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be about why are things happening so slowly, or why is it being perceived that things are happening really slowly with this shift, with this awakening. You know, why hasn't the planet just switched already and changed? And I think that when you're in this kind of situation, you're going through a spiritual awakening, you're a spiritual person, and you want to do all these things, and you actually have like an intuition about what's to come, because that's actually part of your like DNA. And so that's programmed into you. And when you're here and we're going through all these things, it's like, when is it going to happen already? Like, and then you get discouraged and you're like, oh, it doesn't seem like it could even happen with the rate that things are going. So, I mean, I am a total believer that this is going to happen. And I believe that it's going to happen in my lifetime, where things are going to be shifting. And the reason that it's taking so long is because everybody has to go through their own personal process. And as you go through your own process and you change, the things that are going on with you in your personal life and your, your health and your physical well-being, and you get really grounded in your spirituality, then you're really able to like reach out and do good in the world. Therefore, that's one person doing good in the world, and all these other people are doing the same thing. So, it has to happen, and it is going to happen. It's almost like it's a natural process. So I don't think that anyone should get discouraged or, wonder why is it taking so long? Why hasn't it happened yet? It is, and it's in its own natural way is going to just happen and just be there before we know it. And in fact, when I first started going through this, when I first realized actually what I was going through, no, I mean, it was just unheard of. And, of course, some people started going through it in the 80s, like the late 80s, I think, from what I understand. That's when the first people started going through the awakening process, and then slowly, and now look, it's like 2013, and like so many people are going through it, and it's becoming something that is more like mainstream, and people are understanding what it means to go through an awakening, a spiritual awakening, because as more and more people go through this, it just like spreads like a wildfire. And then once that happens, it's great because, we could start really getting together and talking about these things, possibly building structures and places where people can go to heal and go through their spiritual awakening process in a really loving environment. So, in an environment that's structured for the spiritual awakening process. And that is, that would be wonderful. So, if you are out there and you are like, when is this going to happen already? Just kind of breathe and go within and be very centered and relaxed, and make sure you're grounded in the now. Because this is exactly where you're supposed to be right now. And this moment is so beautiful, but we tend to like place our attention in the future or in the past. So if we're getting stressed out about, when is this gonna, when is this gonna happen? Because we know it's going to, that's why we're feeling such a impatience and we don't want to be here, but really, loving here and loving where we're at now adds to our, you know, our strength, and adds to us that's part of our healing process. In a sense, we have to learn that this now moment is the moment, the only moment that can exist. Okay, and that one took me a long time, and of course my mind still strays from that. But if I'm getting really overwhelmed and anxious, it's really easy for me to say, okay, wait a second, I'm here, everything's great, everything's fine, nothing's happening. You know, I'm just going to be here, and I'm going to be really, really happy with where I'm at and do the best that I can for myself right now. And therefore, that will lead us more quickly into that place that we're hoping will hurry up and come. So, and you look out, you know, you look around and you see everything, and you're just like, huh, you know, I'm always paying attention. I'm always watching people. I'm always paying attention to what's going on out there in the world. I'm just really conscious of it. So I've noticed for sure that there's been huge shifts forward, and people are kind of losing their balance and are going a little bit crazy, and that's part of it. That's a good thing. You know, that means that the stuff's coming up. It's like the emotional triggers are being, you know, pressed, and people are, you know, coming out with all their emotional stuff. And that's a good thing, because those are the things that are really, really deep within the unconscious that we have to reach in order to heal, because they're hidden. Like, here's just the surface level. We're just, you know, reacting on our normal stuff, and all that stuff is like way deep within stuff that we've just pressed down and just don't acknowledge, and that affects us in our everyday lives. And not in a good way, because we kind of just keep going on and on with the way that we have. But then all of a sudden, when you start going through a spiritual awakening, it seems like, you know, your triggers, your buttons can get pushed really easily, and you start acting, you know, different, and things start coming up, and you're like, wow, you know, what's going on? And anyway, that's what's going on. But, you know, maybe you're not going through that. It just all depends. I just know a lot of people are. And so you don't get worried. You will come back around, and you will be normal again. So any feelings of discouragement, depression, high emotional, you know, ups and downs, these things will balance out, and they will harmonize, you know, and you will reach those places within you and start to heal those things. And your soul will guide you along this process and will show you the next thing you need to do. So you don't have to worry, like, when's it going to happen? When am I going to feel better? When is this paradise coming, like, to Earth? You know, I've seen it. I've seen what's going to happen to Earth in a vision, and I strongly believe in that vision still to this day. I don't feel like it was a hallucination or anything like that. I feel that I was really shown what this Earth is going to be. And so knowing that in my heart, and knowing that that is the truth, that's what's carried me this far, because my spiritual awakening process has been so extremely difficult that if I didn't have that vision and I wasn't shown, like, what's to come, I wouldn't have made it this far. There's no way I would have kept going, because the way that things look, it seemed very not possible. But the beautiful world that I was shown is a reality, and it's gonna happen. And people can be negative, and they can say, oh, it's never gonna happen and stuff like that, and that's just their pain talking within them. That's their disbelief because of the way that things have been and the stuff that they've been through. So of course they're going to just be, talking that way about what you're saying, but you don't even have to say it to people. You could just know it within. I know it within me, and that's why every single day I keep going and I keep trying and I keep doing whatever it is that Spirit tells me to do. When Spirit moves through me and tells me to speak about something, I do it. And I just do the next step. And so that's all you can really do, is do the next step. And in the beginning stages of the spiritual awakening, the next step is taking care of yourself. The next step is getting healthy so that your mind, your body, and your emotional state are in harmony, because you cannot do anything if that is not the case. So that's it. It is going to happen. The shift is occurring. And you don't have to worry. Everything is exactly where it needs to be and is perfect. And we're all doing this together. We're all one. We're all connected. And we all, have this commonality of, we all have different aspects of the whole. But we're all here working together to make this happen. So it's all good. Everything's great. And I love you all. And I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.